Since we don't know and cannot know what emptiness is, it is useless to equate samadhi with it. Therefore, we cannot know either samadhi or emptiness. However, one can be in samadhi. There are levels of samadhi in the Eastern traditions. My reference is Zen. The lowest form of samadhi is experienced by most of us by we don't have a context for it. Jogger's high is samadhi. When you are totally at one in your art where your art begins to do you. There is samadhi of sex where the sex does you. When one comes out of samadhi, it's wow, what was that? I want some more. Samadhi is the end of separation, and Buddha said that separation, the sense of I against or out of my own experience, looking in on myself and checking to see how I'm doing, is dukkha, or suffering. Samadhi is a state in which there is no sense of separation as the euphoric sense of unity and equanimity. But it does not last. The Zen masters say samadhi is our natural state. We are all in samadhi, but we don't know it because of our sense of separate I that is abstracted from samadhi, so it can be conscious of itself as something, a separate form with a name and value. In samadhi, there is no name and value, so form, names and forms, is empty. Emptiness is knowing before something is known as an object, thought, feeling, value, and consciousness. When you see the form as nothing but emptiness and emptiness as nothing but form, that is awakening. The knower empty awareness is the known form. They are different but cannot be separated. First and foremost, samadhi is not a single stage. Samadhi has spiral stages, so let me quote rather than use my own interpretation. To the stage of Kriya, yoga in which one learns the preliminary lessons, to the stages of dharana and dhyana in which one brings the mind under one's control, to the stage of sabbiya samadhi, samadhi with a seed of thought, in which one has to suppress the seed of thought of samprajnata samadhi, a samadhi with prajna, and to the last stage of nirbhaya samadhi, samadhi without a seed of thought, in which one inhibits all modifications of sata and passes beyond the realm of prakrti into the world of reality. Purusha equals consciousness. Prajna equals higher consciousness belonging to Purusha realm. Pratyaya equals total content of mind at every stage of samadhi. Asam prajnata samadhi, therefore, represents a very dynamic condition of the mind and differs from samprajnata samadhi only in the absence of pratyaya, absence of mind content, in the field of consciousness. Now emptiness equals shunyata is the state not really of emptiness but a state where consciousness is not associated with any pratyaya and not associated with any aspect of prakrti in the form of memory that is limited to you. At this stage, one passes beyond psychologic, physiological, genetic memory and the memory carried over from various karmas lives equals karmic memory and enters a state of reality that is absent of all memory and mind complex. Now let's come back to samadhi. There is a void of asamprajata samadhis, sometimes called as a cloud in yogic terminology, and the experience may be compared to that of a pilot whose airplane passes through a cloud bank. During each state of samadhi, there lies an intermediate void stage. So there lies shunyata in this interim.